What's going on, Pokemon trainers? Are you guys ready for the Kanto Tour coming up this Saturday, February 20th from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Pacific time? Well, I hope you are. And if you're not, then I hope you have enough Pokemon storage to catch lots of Pokemon. As you guys know, Pokemon storage can be maxed out to 4,000 now. So if you're too lazy to comb through your storage and figure out what you need to transfer, then of course you can just go to the in-game shop and buy more Pokemon storage. And like I said, it can be up to 4,000 spaces. But if you're like me, you've already maxed it out a long time ago, and you have a lot of Pokemon who are still taking up room. So let me show you guys what I did to prepare for the Kanto Tour this weekend. Welcome back, YouTube. We're still live on twitch.tv/PKMNMasterHolly. That's Pokemon Master Holly. Come through and see me live next time by joining us on Twitch. But right now, we are preparing for the Kanto Tour. I have maxed out my storage to 4,000, so if you guys have not already maxed out your storage, you might want to consider doing so because you're going to be catching Pokemon for 12 hours while you're playing the Kanto Tour this Saturday, February 20th from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. And so maybe give yourself a little bit more room. But I am up to 3,911 Pokemon right now. That is not enough room, guys. Even though I have 4,000 spaces, they're mostly full. So we've been catching a ton of things from the Valentine's Day event. We've been doing a ton of raids. I've been doing a ton of shadow Pokemon. We need to clear out my storage. So I'm gonna show you guys how I do it. So let's get into it. Honestly, the first thing that you need to do before you delete anything is click on the search bar in the top. Type 4 asterisk, 4-star, and you will see all of your 100% Pokemon. I highly advise to save your 100% Pokemon. Do not transfer them. You never know when you're gonna need them. You're never gonna know when you wanna max them out. So keep those, favorite them with the star button. That being said, the other thing that you can do is search. I do 3-star and age 0 to 7, and you do 0-7. So that'll give you everything between what you caught today and 7 days old. And it's also 3-star, so it's, you know, things that have pretty decent IVs. So before I transfer these things, I'm just gonna check, because sometimes you might find like a 96, 98, sometimes those are worth keeping. That Skitty's gonna get transferred. Volbeat gonna get transferred. That Umbreon's pretty good, so 96, so I'm gonna star it, right? That Gallade, not bad, so I'll keep that starred. Latios, that'll be a transfer. That Munna, I keep that, so I'm gonna star that. Trubbish, we don't care about Trubbish, so we're just gonna let that go. Nidoran, anyway, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna keep swiping and I'm gonna keep checking the IVs as I go. And if I find anything that's like anything above like a 92, like a 96, 98, I will probably keep those. So let's just keep checking and see what I get. Okay, YouTube, you know what another way to clear your storage is? Make sure that you check for 4-stars first, you know, make sure you check the IVs, but, you know, trading distance is increased to 40 kilometers right now, and it will be also increased during the Kanto Tour. So what I'm doing is I'm clearing out all my bad IV mana, and I'm trading them to my friend Awesome Adam TV, who you guys should definitely go subscribe to on YouTube and Twitch, and we're trying to see if we get lucky, but also, you know, if they're not good, then I just go ahead and transfer them because then we get the bonus mana candy. And we're just trading and re-rolling IVs. So if you have a trade partner that lives within 40 kilometers, definitely take advantage of this. This is a great way to clean out your storage. If you guys can't find a trading partner, you might want to go on Twitter and be like, hey, I live in... Actually, that's not a good idea. Don't go to Twitter. Just ask your friends around that you typically go raiding with if they want to trade. Otherwise, another thing that you guys could do is go to Facebook, type in Pokemon Go and the name of your city. So like I live in Long Beach, so you might search Long Beach Pokemon Go on Facebook, and I guarantee you're gonna find a Pokemon Go group from your own city. Then there you can coordinate raids and trades with somebody in that group. All right, we got Lucky Froakie. No way! What? I just got a 100% Lucky Froakie. Are you serious? We got back-to-back Lucky? No way, it's 100%. Oh my God! What? I just got a 96. 96 Lucky Froakie back-to-back. Okay, now that we have done our trades with Awesome Adam TV. He has helped me clean out my collection. Those are things that I was keeping to trade to someone specifically, and I'm sure you guys have kept certain Pokemon that are hard to find, like Axew and Riolu and Darumaka and stuff like that, and Fennekins, to get as lucky. So now that I've cleaned those out of my inventory, now we're gonna get on to legendaries. And legendaries here, you know, all you need to do is search the term legendary at the top, and you can see everything that you've recently rated. You can organize it by CP or recent. But obviously, Latios and Latios has been our most recent raid bosses. We've also had the legendary beasts, Suicune, Raikou, and Entei. You can tell I've already purged out all of the Enteis I don't want. I just typically keep like 6 to 9 of the legendaries that we don't need. I know a lot of you guys hold legendaries for your friends to trade, but like honestly guys, like just keep raiding with your friends next time they come out, because you know we're gonna keep seeing these every single year in Pokemon Go. They will be back next year, I promise you. You wanna know if you're gonna find Entei next year? It's gonna be there. You wanna know if you're gonna see Suicune next year? It's gonna be there. You wanna know if you're gonna see Entei next year? It's gonna be there. So stop holding these for your friends, guys. They're gonna come back around. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna organize it. I'm actually gonna search like this. I'm gonna search Latios, then I'm gonna organize it by CP. I'm gonna scroll down to the bottom and see, like I told you guys, I only keep like 9, right? So I star all the top 9. So I notice that this one's a top stat, this one's a top stat, and I make sure that I favorite all the top ones. And then now that all those top 9 are favorited, I'm gonna transfer everything, all of these 8, and I'm gonna leave the shiny there because I wanna obviously keep the shinies. But let's start cleaning out these legendaries. Okay, next up, we're gonna go through my trash Pokemon. Trash Pokemon. I call them trash Pokemon. The Pokemon that you're just like go plussing and you're just scooping them up. You're just getting candies and Stardust like from Skitty, right? Or Aeron, or Plusle and Minun, Nidorans. Like all of this stuff that you're not gonna use and you're not gonna power up and you're not gonna use it in raids. You're not gonna battle with it. The trash mons. I'm sorry to call them that, but that's what they are. So some people would argue that you could do this first. I just want to point out that yes, you could do this first, but you have to make sure that you check these for 4 stars and 3 stars, because you know you want to make sure that you get the good IVs. Now, of course, it doesn't really matter if you have 3-star if you're not going to use it in raids. Like for me, I've already got a good IV Volbeat. I've already got a good IV Illumise. I've already got a good IV Aeron. I've already got good IV Woobat. I've already got good IV Nidorans. I've already got good IV all of this stuff. So to me, I'm not gonna keep these things. So what I'm gonna do is I am just holding down and mass transferring these. This is called mass transfer. And I'm gonna show you guys, you can hit the white transfer button at the bottom and it'll say, yes, you can transfer these to the professor. And then you'll get all the candy at the same time. However, if you do want to make sure that you don't transfer something that you don't want to miss, like this Masharna, for example, I don't want to transfer that Masharna. So just look what happens. If I hold down my finger and I select Volbeat, Alomomola, Volbeat, and I accidentally select Masharna, the transfer button will gray out, so you can't accidentally do it. So if you do see the transfer button grayed out, that just means you have to go back through and see what you selected that can't be transferred. It's usually stuff that you have it starred, or it might be a legendary or something like that. Also, friends, I just realized that for Spotlight Hour last week, it was Miltank Spotlight Hour, and I caught so many Miltanks. Look at all of these Miltanks. I do not want to keep Miltank for raids or PvP, so there's no point in checking the IVs of each and every one of these, and there's certainly no point in manually selecting each and every single one of them. So what you want to do when you go through a Spotlight Hour and you want to select all of them, guys, just search that specific Pokemon in the top. You could even search if you want. You could even go Miltank and the and symbol 3-star, so you could just double check and just see if there's anything like really good, like a 98 or anything in there. Okay, there's not really anything too crazy in there that I really want to keep though, because remember, Miltank is not meta relevant. So instead I'll just delete that, so that way all my Miltanks are there. I'll hold down my finger on one and I can now select all in the top right hand corner, and there we go. All the Miltanks are selected, so that way I don't have to manually pick each one, and all I need to do is just unselect the favorited ones, so that way I can transfer all there. And there we go, look at that, it made it so easy, transfer all 95 in one fell swoop, boom. And we got 12 XL candy, nice. Shadow Pokemon, look at this, I've got 296 Shadow Pokemon. Now, if you're like me, you typically hold on to Shadow Pokemon for a couple of reasons. PvP, if they're legendary and you got them from defeating Giovanni, and because you want to save some to purify if we ever need to do that in a special research task. So, do you need to have 296 Shadow Pokemon saved, though, if we ever come across a special research that you need to do it? No. This is way too many. So, the ones that I want to suggest for you to easily clear out is you can search for Shadow, the and symbol, and Zubat. Search for your Shadow Zubats first. Because these only cost 1,000 Stardust to purify, it's easy and cheap, and these are something that are not meta relevant, so you can definitely, go ahead and purify these and get them out of your way. So I'm gonna purify my Shadow Zubats and transfer those. So I just cleaned up the Zubats, and my chat pointed out to me that other cheap to purify Pokemon are Shadow Weedle, Shadow Aeron, Shadow Rattata, and Shadow Magikarp. Now, of course, you want to look for PvP IVs before you transfer these. So what I'm doing is I'm going to click on these Shadow Aerons, and I'm going to look for low attack on Great League. For Great League, I want low attack. I want high defense and high HP. This one has good stats overall, so I think I'm just going to keep this one anyway, because I actually want to keep one Shadow Aeron for myself just personally because I think it's a cool Pokemon. Now this one has terrible stats, so I'm going to transfer this one. And that one has terrible stats. So I'm gonna transfer those two, and I'm gonna go through and do the same thing for all my Shadow Magikarps, Shadow Weedles, and Shadow Rattatas. But somebody in the chat just asked me, why do you bother purifying them? Why don't you just transfer them? The reason, guys, is because I'm still working on my purification medal. There is a medal under your avatar for your account that keeps track of how many Pokemon you are purifying. And if you haven't gotten that to platinum yet, then you want to make sure that you purify things before you transfer them. Otherwise, you're wasting that opportunity to earn a platinum medal on your account. The next Pokemon that I want to recommend to you guys for transferring is your Excess Community Day Shinies. Now, our most recent Community Day was Roselia, so you can see here that I have quite a few Roselias that are shiny, that are just sitting there. They're not good IV, and they're not going to be useful in battle. They're not going to be for PvP. They're not going to be for anything. So, honestly, you really only need to keep one shine. You don't need to keep any of them, really, if they're bad IV. But I like to keep one for Go Snapshot in case I ever want to take a picture of it or something like that. But I highly recommend to you guys, if you have excess shinies that you want to get rid of, try to trade them with a friend and try to reroll them to get better IVs. If that doesn't work out, then the other thing that you can do is download Pokemon Home, which is free, by the way, and you can send your excess shinies to Pokemon Home where they can live, and you can transfer them to Pokemon Sword and Shield after that. So that way you can play with your shinies in Pokemon Sword and Shield or another game. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and say transfer these excess shinies to Pokemon Home. And it's a free app, right? But yeah, excess shinies. Look at the Sneasels. We had Sneasel Field Research Day, right? Check your Field Research Sneasels. Keep the good IV ones that have amazing stats, transfer the others. We had that Mareep event, right? Check to make sure you don't need 10 million Mareeps. You definitely don't need those. Look at all these Machops. I don't need all these Machops. I need good IV Machop, and that's it. So the rest of these could go to Pokemon Home. Something else that I know a lot of people hoard is lucky Pokemon. Now, I know a lot of you want to try to get a lucky dex, as in you want to try to have every single Pokemon that's available in the Pokedex as a lucky, and you want to have a living lucky dex, which means you want to have not only every single Pokemon lucky, but you want to keep it so that it's living in your Pokedex. Guys, I am not an advocate of living dexes. I am sorry. So, what I'm gonna suggest to you guys is if you have lucky Pokemon, especially if you have more than one of that same species, you don't need it. Especially if it's already had a Community Day move. Check it out. I have 2 lucky Froakies here. I'm gonna keep them because we haven't had Froakie Community Day yet. And I wanna save them for when I can evolve my Greninja into a Community Day move Greninja. However, we've already had Machop Community Day, right? So, why am I gonna keep this lucky Machop? Let's appraise it. How even good are these stats? They're not even that good of stats. So, in this case, guess what? I'm gonna hurt you. Are you ready to be hurt? Guess what? Transfer it. I've already got Lucky Machamp. I've already got Lucky Machoke. Why do I need that many Lucky Machops. Check out this Machop. I got another one. I've already got Lucky Machamp. I've already got Lucky Machop. Guess what? We're gonna appraise it. I don't need it. I don't need it. We've already got Machamps that are better than it. Bye. All right, the next big hitter that's probably taking up a lot of your inventory is costume Pokemon. That means your party hat Bulbasaurs, your Go Fest hat Bulbasaurs, your Halloween hat Bulbasaurs, your Charizard and Venusaur and Blastoise with clone tattoos, your sunglasses Squirtles, your party hat, your Pikachus with hats, all the hats, any hat, all the hats, flower crowns, detective hats, Safari hat, Charizard hat, Rayquaza hat, Umbreon hat. Guys, you don't need it. You don't need it. So I have actually already combed through my hat and costume Pokemon from previous times that I needed to do this. And I just want to show you guys what I did, because I don't know if you noticed this, but do you guys see how many Pikachus I have? I am a Pikachu hoarder, okay? Don't be like me. I'm a Pikachu hoarder because I'm a huge Pikachu fan. So I have a beep ton of Pikachus, all right? So what I do, because I know I'm a Pikachu collector, is I just keep like 3 or 4 of the same thing. So you can see here, I've got 3 Santa hat ones and a shiny one. I've got 3 party hat ones. I've got a few Ash hat Pikachus because I know people want those in trades. I've got 2 Witch hat Pikachus. I've got 3 Sun hat Pikachus. I've got a few of the Black hat Pikachus because I know a lot of people missed that event and they want them in trades. I've got 5 Flower Crown Pikachus, 3 Beanie hat Pikachus, you know, a handful of Detective hat Pikachus because people also missed that event. 2 Luffy hat Pikachus, a couple Party hat, like 3 the Flower hat, you know, a couple of the Safari ones because I know people missed the Safari event. I've got 4 Charizard hat, 3 Umbreon hat, 3 Rayquaza hat, 3 Lucario hat. Why did I only keep 3 of those? Because I know basically everybody got those in the event already. But you guys can see my point, right? I only keep like a maximum of 9 of each type of Pikachu. Like, look, I've only got 4 flying Pikachus. You know, and look, 6 Nidorinos, 6 Gengars, another. Okay, I can definitely delete some of these costume Gengars, but you guys you get the point. You gotta like set a limit for yourself for each species. Like, do you really need more than 6 or 9 of each costume Pokemon? The answer is no. I'm already down 1,000 slots now, so this is great. I basically hit my goal already. So the last thing that I'm gonna go through with the fine-tooth comb now is just, I'm gonna organize my inventory by number now. And I'm literally gonna start at Bulbasaur and I'm gonna go all the way down to the last Pokemon. And I'm just gonna look over it and be like, what exactly, like what do I have a lot of? Like, look at all these Venusaurs. I don't need this many. Look at this one that's just sticking out like a sore thumb. Why do I have this Venusaur? It's not good IV. It doesn't have an exclusive move. It's gone, right? And look, another one. It's bad IV, and it's got Petal Blizzard. See, there's a lot of stuff that's just kind of like creeping out in your inventory, and it's sitting there looking like it's a good Pokemon with an exclusive community move or something like that, but it's probably something that you just got from a random raid that you did recently. So you gotta go through with a fine-tooth comb, guys. Keep your eyes out for stuff that isn't starred. Pick that stuff, look at it, check it out. Why do you have it? Ask yourself, do you really have to have it? Do you really have to need it? So what I'm gonna go through and do now is check everything. But that is definitely gonna wrap it up here. I hope that this helps you guys get ready for the Kanto Tour. If you haven't heard already, I will be live for all 12 hours of the Kanto Tour this Saturday, February 20th from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Pacific time. So please come through, join me on Twitch, hit that notification bell so you're alerted whenever I go live, and come shiny hunting with us. You're gonna do the Kanto Tour anyway, so you might as well spend it with the community, right? Come through and join us on Twitch, because when you're joining me on Twitch, guys, you're not just joining me, you are joining our community. It's gonna be a fun time. So play the Kanto Tour with all of us together. And I'll see you guys here. But thank you guys so much for watching this video on YouTube. Be sure to smash that like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys back on Twitch. Peace out, everybody.